Yo. Okuno, it's nice to see you. It is I, Fukami Suguha. I have come back after being turned away from the Sun's River for not having the 6 mon coins required.
どういうことだ。それに軍兵まで。
いや、このすぐはが面白い話をしたんでね。ちょいと付き合う羽目になっちまったんですよ。
面白い話？
Yes, listen to this. Herring out of Edo for 10 days. Gunmen and I visited the house where Okuno lived in Naka. The time before last, Okuno disguised herself as a farmer and awaited the report on how the raid went. She stood in front of us, unable to hide her shock at seeing me and Gunben in front of her. Inviting Gunben was of course my decision. If we were to mobilize the second formation, her cooperation would be indispensable. I asked her because I thought she would listen and join us.
なんだと？それではキラが生きているというのか？
Yeah, but you know, now I think about it. His explanation about being there was pretty awesome. You know, 6 coins and so on. That's nice. I talked to Okun about the result of the raid. And about the rumors in Edo after it.
俺も最初、その話を聞いた時には信じられませんでしたよ。なんせ、町の噂じゃ、赤穂浪士が見事、キラを討ち取ったと大騒ぎだったんですから。けど、すぐはな話を聞いたら、どうもそうじゃないかもしれねえと分かって。
信じられぬ。キラに影武者など。
But when I take the information that Koheda gathered, it all fits in place.
奥野さんは五条代から万が一のため第二陣の大将を任されてたんですよね。俺は今の話の真偽はともかく調べる必要はあると思います。そして誠にキラが生きていたらその時はどうします？キラを撃ちますか？もちろん俺たちは奥野さんに強制はしません。ただ奥野さんが立たなくても俺たちだけでもキラを撃ちますよ。
Fist up, goodbye. I'm with you right now.
キラを撃つか。だが軍兵衛、お前怪我をしたのではなかったのか？
ああ、確かに片方の腕は満足に動きませんけど一人二人の相手くらいはできますよ。
軍兵衛。
Okuno, as Gunbe says, we will not force anything from this point on. But if you do not make a move, then we will. And this is important. The night the Champion and the rest of us raided the mansion. That night, the one who we killed was the real Kira. What? That night, the one we killed was the real Kira. The Kira we think is in the care of the Uesugi clan is the fake. You cannot forget this.
今、上杉家にいるキラが偽物？
だがすが、それでは。
No, I'm positive. The one I left alive is the bad double. That is the way it must be. On the night of the raid, we killed the real Kira. The one still alive is his body double. Why did I say this? The answer is exceedingly obvious. If the Kira we killed the night of the raid was the body double, then starting with the Charmland Jikara, what would happen to the position of all these who participated? After capturing a fake, they ended up performing seppuku. That means they died for nothing. That is the one thing I cannot admit. This must go according to history. That means, in order to pay off the grudge from their late lord, 46 Ronin admirably killed their arch enemy Kira Kouzu Neko Nusuke. That is the only truth we need. This is a noble heroic legend that has been told for over 300 years. Honestly, I don't really care if that is the real Kira or not. But I just can't allow anyone to exist in this world who appears to be Kira Kouzu Kenosuke. Kira too long of a surname, is someone who must not exist in this world. The second formation. It doesn't matter if Okuno is its leader. I have no intention of making her do anything. Originally, Okuno has a gentle and sincere personality and acted as a regulator among the retainers. She was not suited to battle. Even if I had to do it alone, I would kill Kira.
なるほど。確かにすぐはの申す通りだ。本物だろうが偽物だろうが関係ねえよな。それに、俺もそいつは偽物だと思うぜ。その偽物があろうことかキラのふりをしようとしてやがるんだ。それは絶 対に見逃しちゃならねえよな。見逃したら安兵衛たちの武功に泥を塗られることになっちまう。
Gunbei,
なるほど。
let's go on the
生きて
rampage.
いるキラが影武者か。なら、その影武者は上杉家で隠匿後、ほとぼりが冷めた後に、実は討ち取られてないなどと申す気かもしれぬな。そんなこと、悪王の人間として断じて許すことはできぬ。
Okuno.
ならば
私も江戸に下る。そしてその影武者を成敗してくれようぞ。
We are going on the rampage.
おう
Okay. I'm pumped up. Thus, the second formation decided to mobilize. We left Ako that day and arrived in Edo just after New Year's had ended. Upon returning to Edo, we heard some important information from Kaita, who had been monitoring the Uesugi's movements. It concerned a previously unused, separate spare room in the Uesugi mansion. The room was lighting a lantern every night. Also, the servants were carrying food to that room 3 times a day. From that information, we said that our target was hiding in there, and started surveillance of the Uesugi estate 24 hours a day. Finally, one morning, 2 weeks after we started the surveillance, a single palanquin left the reargate of the mansion, concealing its occupant. After leaving, it slowly headed north, and headed toward the Niku-Oshu highways. The Oshu Highway, and its end lay the main castle of the Uesugi, Yonezawa Castle. Thus, pursuing all the way from Edo, we headed off the palanquin down the highway and lay in wait.
な、本当にこの道を通るんだろうな。
焦るな軍兵衛。米沢藩が参勤でこの峠を通るのは間違いない。
なら、そろそろ来てもいい頃なんだが。
So I guess I wasn't that far from the complete squad. Koheita, probably she's there. And Okuno. I totally forgot that Gunbei was injured and that's why she didn't participate. And also maybe a bit my conscience was saying me that she won't join even if you want to because she was injured and it was said that she won't be able to use that hand, right? But it seems like she can be with us in the team and we're going to kick some asses again. I mean slay some people, again. In the game, of course. Because in the real life there's no chance for that. And it would be a bad thing to do. It's a terrible thing to do. And why am I speaking about that right now? It got a bit weird now. Let's go back to ChuSingura. Gunbei's getting nervous. Thought I to understand how she feels. That T at the end of 4 is not needed. It has already been an hour since we started to lay in wait. But Italia Mountain Pass, for Precipitous, is the shortest route to Edo. Just as Gun said, it is well used by the Yonezawa Han. The palanquin will surely pass here.
おい、すぐは。お前、脇腹を押さえているが、どこか体の調子でも悪いのか？
He's injured. He's definitely injured. Huh? Oh no, that's not it. Don't worry about it.
そうか。
Oh. Hello.
小平太、来たか。
山頂ほど戻ったところにカゴを乗せた一行が。
How many were in the escort?
それが10人に増えてやした。
米沢に近くなったことで護衛の数を増やしたか。
江戸を出る時の護衛の数は4人。だが、それは周囲の目を欺くためだったのだろうな。
そういうことでしょうね。大人数でカゴを守ってたりしたら、中の人間が誰なのか興味を持たれる。けど、奥野さん、護衛の人数が増えたからといって、今さら襲撃はなしだなんて申さないでしょうね。
もちろんだ。皆の者、手はず通りで行くぞ。
But are there really only 4 people? Or more?
ならば、最後に3人に申しておくことがある。
Okay, so there are 4 people.
軍兵衛、 小平太、すぐは。今からの我らの戦い、歴史には決して残らぬ戦いとなるであろう。いや、残してはならぬ戦いにしなければならない。よって、無事戦いを終えても、一切を秘密とし、口外することは許されぬぞ。それはすなわち、我らは裏切り者の汚名を着せられたまま、一生を過ごすことと同義じゃ。されど、蔵之助以下、46名の輝かしい武功を後世に残すため、
47!
我らが、その汚名という泥を、あえてかぶろうではないか。
The devilish smirk. The moment I heard those words, my eyes snapped open and felt my pulse heighten. In order to preserve the brilliant exploits of the 46 in the future, we will cover ourselves in the mood of his honor. Yeah, the things about to happen must be buried in history. They must never see the light of day. This to protect our comrades' honor and nothing else. Okuno, Gunbe, Koeita. But only I know. For this act of valor, will not be written in history. I know that such samurai as you three existed. I am the only one who knows, and I will never forget that. Your mother. No, I'm kidding.
本日はそのカゴに乗っておられる方のお顔を拝見したく水産つかまつった。
なんだと、貴様ら無礼であるぞ。
ほう、手向かうか。ならば力ずくでも顔を拝ませていただく。
くせ者じゃ。出会え。
How dare you call us bandits? We already said we are from Akka. That.
おい、ご隠居様をカゴからお出ししろ。逃がすのじゃ。
Don't even think about that. Oh, he's panicking. That's the old noble who emerged from the palanquin. His appearance and that of the Kira I saw the night of the raid was as two peas in a pod. That is definitely Kira riding in a palanquin. No, Kira's body double. Yeah, okay. I returned to myself at Gunbe's rebuke. The old man had his back to us and by the looks of it was planning on running. I had to chase after him. But before I could, a wall of his guardsmen stood in my way. Okay, Suguha. Slay them in one go. Shit.
軍兵の申す通りだ。
深見さん、ここは我らにお任せを。
Okay. I don't have time to deal with the weak ones. What I should be doing is chasing after the body double. Without actually trying to cut the retainers, I simply moved down the man in front of me to open the path. But the body double was already out of sight. Crap. You guys, I'm going ahead. With that, I chased after the body double. Double tempo. Okay, so I'm exhausted like always. Fuck. Where did he run to? That might be the first time in this game that I saw a curse. For the first time. And it's been like, I don't know how long. Around 60 hours, I think, in the game. I left my three friends behind and chased the body double, but he unexpectedly disappeared. Just look at the damn snow, there are footsteps for sure. But considering his age, there is no way he could have already shaken me off. The only reason I couldn't see him was because he had run and hid down a byroad of the highway. The perfect place to hide in a grove of trees. But even if he hides, he's going to leave footprints, whether he wants to or not. My god, Suguha is thinking so much. So surprising. I attentively observed my surroundings to make sure if there weren't any human footprints. Just then, a samurai quietly revealed themselves in front of me.
あれお兄ちゃん。こんなところで人探し
Ah, for fuck's sake. Yes. Lying in wait before me was a one-eyed samurai wielding a longsword. Her name was Yamayoshi Shinpachiro. I see. I thought you might be here.
へえ。その口ぶりだとお兄ちゃん。あっちが来ることが分かってたみたいね。
Yeah, I guess. The night of the raid you never showed yourself to me. I knew back then she was in Edo. I was never surprised to see her here in the middle of the Toho, Northeast Japan mountains. Shinpachi, why did you never appear before me that night? You should have been the Kira estate that day. She was. Oh yeah, it took a while to bring the champion here. Did you meet with any enemies on the way?
いえ、途中ではなく、直前に敵らしきものに遭遇していたのです。姿は見えなかったのですが、気づいたら吹っ飛ばされてしまって、それで少し足をくじいてしまったのです。
Speaking of which, what does it mean kind of sprained the leg?
なあ、そういえば忠七は、なぜそのように衣装が濡れているのだ？
それが聞いてくださいよ。キラを捜索中、突然すげえ速さで敵が切りつけてきやがって、気づいたら池にドボンですよ。
ほう、そのような猛者がいたとはな。
Shinpachi, that night is the reason you didn't appear before me despite being there? Because you had a more important mission than fending us off, huh?
さすがお兄ちゃん、鋭いな。そうよ。あの夜、わっちの役目は左兵衛様をお救いすること。
Sahyoe is Kira's son.
そう。キラ家の当主は、上野之助様ではなく、左兵衛様だもん。その命をお守りすることは、家臣として当然のことよ。
Is he the one that ran away? So that's why after saving Sahyoe you had no more business there. But no, Shinpachi, from the start you knew there was no need to save Kira. Otherwise there would be no way you would live while such an exclusive prey like me was there. An ironic diversion. Even when I accuse her like this, Shinpachi just stands there and smiles without batting an eyelid.
大丈夫よ。次にお兄ちゃんと会うときは、互いに命のやりとりをしたいもん。それが、無駄に命を散らしに来る赤穂の残党たちと一緒ならなおさら、楽しみだわ。
Are you saying that avenging your lord is dying needlessly?
まあ、知らぬが仏ね。
You knew about the plan to switch out Kira, huh? Of course you did. You are a servant to Sugi after all. But even if it was just a prediction, you knew that I would attack too.
ああ、そのこと？だって、おちびちゃんが屋敷を見張ってたじゃない。
I see. Let them swim until they get fat, huh? Is it?
そのまま放っておいたら、いつか、お兄ちゃんに会えると思って。それにお兄ちゃん、赤穂の連中が預けられてる大名屋敷に、その名前がなかったもん。
Of course. But sorry, Shinpachi, I don't have any time to deal with you. So we drove. I told her to move in a stern voice and gave her a death stare. But she just calmly looked back and answered without standing on guard.
嫌よ。言ったでしょ？次会うときは、命のやりとりをするって。
Shinpachi, are you sure you can't withdraw?
どけないわ。お兄ちゃんがわっちのものにならないなら、地獄の底へ叩き落とす。
Not really, to be honest.
お兄ちゃん、わっちと切り合うのが怖くなった？
That's right. Right now I have to kill someone I know. When I think about it, I do get a little scared. You said next time we meet we shouldn't bear any bitterness no matter what who dies. These are your words, Shinpachi.
そうね。いや、言葉通りに恨みっこなしで。
Finally, this time has come. I can never come to an understanding with her whether I appeal to her reason or emotion. I have no illusions that I can win while holding back with her either. If I don't try and crush her with all my might, the bloated corpse in the snow will be mine. This is a seed I sue myself. I'm the one who has to deal with that what has grown. Even if it means taking Shinpachi's life. I fired the first shot of the battle by swinging first, taking the initiative signal to her that I was serious. Hey! Our blades beat into each other. Gushing roars like thunder numbed my ears.
お兄ちゃんはやっぱり強いな。このままだとわっちの方が分が悪いかも。仕方ないわ。少しだけわっちも本気を出しちゃおうっと。
Suddenly Shinpachi changed her stance. She's gripping her sword with two hands. Her shining counterattack glittered before me, the wind enveloping her blade. The moment the shockwave reached my ears, a blow fierce enough to numb the mind came towards my blade along with the shock. The sound of the shockwave was like the shriek of a banshee. Ha! An intense slash like nothing I've never seen before. Just managed to take it, my legs dug into the snow. My arms felt an intense shredding pain. Well, what pressure? The source of it was her swinging that long sword is as big as a laundry pole with all her might. It was close to what we would call a Katsugi man technique in Kendo. Just that she had transformed it with her own peculiar style. This with a sword that a regular person probably couldn't even swing, even with two hands. But for Shinpachi who could swing it how she liked with just one hand, it meant her speed and power were doubled. Her power and strength were equal with Yasube. Now she might even be more gifted than Yasube.
あれ？お兄ちゃん、もう降参するの？
Huh. You dang monster. Seeing that power just now, I knew I couldn't carelessly try and strike at her. Her strength is clearly not normal. If she actually hits me, I'm dead. From the top of my head to the bottom. I'll be split in two. Then what can I... No, if I turn back here, I'm dead. Holding my sword in the Jodan over the head position, I swung it down on Shinpachi with a scream that could curdle blood. Here! You are hoping that she would use the Makiage, right? Wait, was her defense a little slow just now? No, it wasn't low, it was entirely stiff. Oh, I get it. So she can manifest the immense power when she attacks, but with the precocious longsword of hers, but not when defending. When she moves to brush off my sword, she needs to make small, not large movements. Then, I used footwork to move in a circle around her and end up in front of her to her right. Yeah, this is good. Her expression darkened as she figured out what I was doing. Shinpachi, there is still time. Can't you sheath your sword?
冗談でしょ？
Fine. Then I'll get serious too. Again, for the second time. In absolutely no time, Shinpachi was off the offensive and on the defensive. Besides, using a long sword not suited defense. She had one other fatal weak point. Her eye patch. Not being able to see with one eye means her right side is a blind spot. Then if I come at her from her blind spot, it increases my threat to her. What's wrong? Is it strange that I can repel your sword like it's nothing? Yeah, your swings are intensely powerful. But there were plenty of people in the Ronin who are stronger than you. Yeah. There were plenty of experienced warriors among my comrades who had overcome death together. If I flinch at this level of attack, they would never forgive me. I still have to defend them. Okay, Sugha, you are on the second gear right now, so time to go to the third one now. Even though she's cornered like this, she's still full of confidence. What's going on with her? Don't tell me she still has another trump card this late in the game.
まさか、わっちを本気の本気にさせる侍が、この世にいるとはね。でもお兄ちゃん、わっちを本気にさせたこと、後悔するわよ。
Of course. With that, Shinpachi poked the end of her sword underneath the edge of her eye patch. Then the sound of the string snapping echoed in my ears. Eh? What? No. I was too shocked for words. For a moment I was paralyzed by a shiver. Are you kidding me right now? It wasn't simply unexpected. In terms of incidents, it was close to a nuclear meltdown. Right in front was Shinpachi, staring at me with her two fully perceptive eyes. No way. Shinpachi was never blind in one eye? What the hell?
やっぱり、両目だとよく見えるな。
Shinpachi, why?
ああ、眼帯のこと？決まってるでしょ。強くなるためにしてたのよ。刀は基本振らないと稽古にならないでしょ。でも普段から片目を塞いでおけばそれだけで稽古になるわ。
So simple a desire to become strong, it's almost stupid. She just figured that putting the patch on would make her stronger. The smell of blood is soaked right into the pith of her bones. She only wanted to become strong, so she lived most of her life with one eye because of that. My sense of terror was some mixed with a bit of respect.
お兄ちゃんとの切り合いは楽しかったな。でも残念だけどもう終わりだよ。お兄ちゃん朽ちろ。
Oh, eyes of a dead fish. Woo! The blades clashed and rang out. It wasn't that I underestimated her. I challenged Shinpachi, fully knowing her abilities. Well, not really fully, but her natural talents and physical strength far exceeded my expectations. Fine. No matter if she has two eyes now, it's not like her offense get any better. We should be equal like this. Cut for cut. Ho ho ho! Guva? You. She's dodging me. It looks like she dodged my strike by a hair's breadth. Heart attack again. I was forced to gasp and move my shoulders up and down at her deft yet overwhelming strikes. Before, her perception was near perfect, and now she could fight with both eyes. Her defense has gotten better as well. Overwhelming offense and impregnable defense. Now possessing both of those, Shinpachi has exposed her true form before me. She was mercilessly baring her fangs.
お兄ちゃん、ぼさっとしてると切り刻んじゃうよ。楽しいな。こんな楽しい切り合いは久しぶり。
My god, she's crazy. I think Shimizu Ichigaku was less crazy than her. Yeah. She's humming during a deathmatch. Suddenly I remember the first time I saw her. Back then she killed her opponents while smiling too. That fucked up ferocity. Killer instinct. Her literal instinct for murder only complements it. So this is what it feels like to attend one's own death sentencing. Can I even beat her? At my wits' end with exhaustion and worry. I feel like I might lose myself in the fear. No! Don't give up now! The moment I give up, I lose all chance at winning.
お兄ちゃんは油断ならないわね。そんな絶対絶命の危機の場面でも何かを考えてる。
Who will use the Makiage first?
まこと、ここで死ぬのは惜しい人間だわ。でもね、お兄ちゃん、わっちだけはお兄ちゃんが強かったって知ってるから。そしてお兄ちゃんも知っておいて、強いだけじゃわっちには勝てないということを。だからね、お兄ちゃん、ごめんね。
A sword strike rains down from above my head like lightning. My eardrums shake at the raging wind coming of it. Swordsmanship, good enough to make one draw back in fear for a moment. But I resist the fear and raise my sword over my head. But I think he has countermeasure already, right? Shinpachi used the muscles throughout her whole body to get a step away from me and avoid my Makiage. Her sly, yet playful lip made her look like a leopard at play, but I had already figured on her dodging. I changed the direction of it just the tip of my blade in midair and took a large step forward while cutting down toward her. The next moment, the sword I should have been holding was not in either of my hands. It had been sent spinning, flying in the air.
どう？お兄ちゃん、自分が教えた技で弟子に殺される気分は。そして言ったよね。その連続攻撃には決定的な隙ができるって。
Well, it's not like you can't pick up your short sword right now.
お兄ちゃん、さよならだよ。
Lasting for my open right flank, Shinpachi thrust her sword in. He has that protector thing, right? And he did what I said. With her collapsed in the snow like a tree that had fallen, I quietly answered Shinpachi's question. Looks like your sword got caught on a rip. Oh. I bow my head and take something out from my bosom. That something seemed to have split cleanly in two from Shinpachi's blow. It was a thing harder than the trunk of an evergreen oak, a headstone made of rosewood. The headstone was carved with the letters Todo Kiken Shinshi. Todo Kiken Shinshi. Yeah, it was none other than Kayano's kaimyo. Posthumous Buddhist name. Okay. Shinpachi, I told you I thought you might appear before me here. That's why as soon as we decided to do this, I thought over and over again, how can I beat Shinpachi? So Shinpachi, the fact that you'd dodge my makiage, then try and use it on me right back, and that I would lose my sword, and you'd target my wide open lung. I knew all of it. So I thought of something. In that case, I thought of something to do when your makiage gets dodged. Change just the tip of your blade, which is up in the air, and step into the opponent while swinging downward. What do you think? It's a pretty stupendous combination attack, right?
なるほど。でも、お兄ちゃん、その体勢だと右の胴はガラ空きになっちゃうよ。
But it's still a sad moment. I mean, the relationship was rather good here, right? Between the two. Well, yeah. But Shinpachi, you sound like you think you could dodge it when you put it like that.
調子に乗りました。なんだ、そっか。お兄ちゃんもあの時の会話を覚えていて、しかもあの話を逆手にとってあっちを誘ったんだね。その誘いにあっちはまんまとハマったわけだ。それでわっちの息の根は止めないの。
Sorry, but my objective today isn't to kill you.
相変わらずお兄ちゃんは優しいんだ。でもいいの？またわっちお兄ちゃんを殺しに行くかもよ。
No, I doubt we'll ever meet again.
そうなの。
Yeah. So Shinpachi, stay healthy.
わかった。なら今度こそ本当にさよならだ。
In the end, Shinpachi lost consciousness as if falling into a sleep. I was a little worried about if the damage my blow to her head had caused to her temporal loop or something, but I don't think it's life-threatening. I picked up my sword, which had been hit away, and headed out again, leaving Shinpachi behind. Now there was only one left. It didn't take me long to find him. The footprints that spread out ahead in the pure white snow. It was as though that they weren't made by some beast. Strangely, the impatience I had at the start of my fight with Shinpachi had gone completely. I followed the footsteps slowly and quietly, with an unexpected calm. I heard only my own distant footsteps. When hunters chase wild bears or rabbits, there is the beater who chases, and the Wuppertal who coordinates with the beater to kill the animal. But now I am fulfilling both those roles alone. Tracking, then killing. Hey, hey, hey! I found him in a copse of trees. Upon seeing my face, he panicked and stumbled, then tried to run away. Without hurrying, I calmly chased after him. Even though I'm about to kill someone, there was not a single ripple in my heart. Thinking of the final moments to come, I reflected on each step while pacing through the snow. Eventually he became tired from running and sat down in the snow. He would It must be hard exercise for such an old body to run around in the snow for so long.
なんだ貴様は何の恨みがあってこのようなことをするのだ
So this is his final obstinance. His final struggle, having exhausted all means. I saw and understood his intense tenacity to live on. He's one of those people who'd plead for mercy with money or power this late in the game. I quietly opened my mouth and faced his ugly old man. Finally we meet. Kira Kozukenosuke. Body double of Kira Kozukenosuke. For I am aware of the impropriety of performing a beheading in a place such as this. Fukami Suguha, servant to Oishikara, and to Asano Takuminokami, shall now extinguish your life. If I kill this person in front of me, I can cut the chains connecting me to this world. Still, upon meeting him, I thought I would be madder. I thought I would hammer him with curses. But the words I spoke were none other than the exalted words of honor and decorum of the samurai. Why did I say that? Perhaps there's samurai blood in me too. No, that's not it. The reason I said that was to protect the sanctity of those comrades whom I fought with. Warriors must be proud men and women. If I called on this man while showing an unsightly attitude, that would only serve to embarrass my comrades. I must have enough pride to go around for my comrades. That's why I said that in the manner of a samurai.
頼む助けてくれ助けてくれたら褒美はいくらでもやる家臣としても召し抱えてやるだから命だけは
Listen, dude, you won't live for 300 years, so you know it's impossible, basically. So he won't work for you. Oh, there he goes again. Then I saw the glint in his eyes. The demonic glint stirred a wave of bloodthirst in me. In an instant, the trust I let loose ruptured his body. The blood splatter left a red tail on me as it ran down my face and kimono. Before me was the corpse of an old man who had ceased to breathe. Now, with this everything has ended, right? But within me I felt nothing. Joy enough to give me the shivers. Loathing enough to tear me apart. Neither of them came to the fore. All there was the dry feeling that I no longer had any attachments in this world. I'm not as happy as I thought I'd be. The cold wind eased my cheek. Normally this wind would be enough to have me shivering involuntarily, but I didn't even feel the cold. Eventually I felt my body become lighter. The curse must be lifting. I felt more than thought that. I barely feel the age of the wound in my flank I got from Shinpachi anymore. Chamberlain, Yasube, Chikara. Impressions of the three of them came before my eyes and disappeared one after the other. The surrounding scenery faded, as if my body was being absorbed by the wind. Chikara, I'm going back. I'll be living alone. But Chikara, I know you'll forgive me. Chikara, farewell. The last thing I felt was the smell of a certain flower on the wind tickling my nostrils. This flower, plum blossoms. I got the feeling that I had somehow grasped the wind that carried the smell of the plum blossoms to me. 16th year of the Genrokuera, 4th day of the 2nd month. The 46th Ronin, who had raided Kira estate in Edo, committed seppuku in their separate holdings. This is historical truth. On the same day, an incident occurred in the Itai mountain pass of the Yonezawa domain. and Uesugi palanquin was attacked by persons unknown. Several wounded, one dead, but this instead was buried in the darkness of history. There is no record of this incident in Japanese history. Of course, in the history of the 47th Ronin the name Fukami Suguha does not exist either.